Well, it's a very beautiful Wednesday morning, the 14th day in the month of May 2025. A very good morning to you. Many thanks for joining us live on Open Parliament, Family Love 99.9 FM. My name is Mr. C. Big Stories is what we like to bring you on this side. We do an analysis in-house and let you react to those stories. Well, as far as the program this morning is concerned, it's no longer news, is it, that former Chief Press Secretary to former Governor Onyebuchi Ememanka, Barrister Onyebuchi Ememanka, has officially joined the Labour Party, resigning from the People's Democratic Party. We'll be speaking with him this morning to find out why did this decide to pinch tent with the Labour Party. And indeed, Governor Alex Otti. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. So, it's no longer news that former Chief Press Secretary to former Governor Barrister Onyebuchi Ememanka has officially joined the Labour Party. According to Barrister Ememanka, this follows a period of personal reflection and consultations which he shared with his followers on Facebook. I recall that last week, Barrister Ememanka resigned his membership of the People's Democratic Party, citing the continuous exodus of key party members after the 2023 elections and the lack of the reorganization he had hoped for. While announcing his defection to the Labour Party, Ememanka said, in his words, quote, "I have chosen to put Abia first and chosen her sustainable development above every other consideration. I have chosen Oti, I have chosen Labour Party." Well, I'm being joined virtually this morning by my guest, Sir Onyebuchi Ememanka. Well, a very good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the program this morning.
Good morning, Mr. C. It's good to be with you again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, absolute long time, trust me. Well, we're so glad to have you join us this morning on the program.
Thank you very much. You're actually the first person I'm speaking to on radio since I made that shock move.
Shock move it.
So I think you are privileged.
Oh yeah, I am. I mean, we are privileged to be the first. And congratulations are in order, aren't there, on that move? You know.
Well, it's okay. I accept. Okay.
Okay, well, your resignation from the People's Democratic Party, your former party, and subsequent defection to the Labour Party has elicited, expectedly, so much buzz in the past couple of days now. You served the past Governor Barrister as Chief Press Secretary and subsequently spokesperson when he was out of office. How were you able to acquit yourself so well, so admirably? What were your secrets? Let's start there.
Well, I am naturally a very passionate person. I believe I am well-grounded, well-educated, well-exposed, and I love my state. Whatever will contribute to the development of our state will always catch my attention. So my secret has been my personality, the preparedness, the level of preparation I've gone through and undergone over the years, and of course, the passion, and most importantly, Mr. P, the grace of God Almighty, who provides the enablement, who gives life, who gives health, who gives us utterance, who allows us to develop this passion and have the courage to put it out there. So that is it.
I mean, like you mentioned, your move has been one very shocking one. Maybe it has to do with the timing, or maybe where you have decided to pitch tent right now. But shortly after you resigned, you made a post on your social media, the Facebook page, where you stated that the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, was someone you were really very impressed with, according to you, about his own deft political moves. And then, boom, you declared your support for Governor Alex Otti and the Labour Party. The question now is, why Dr. Alex Otti and why the Labour Party?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. C. You know that I've sat on this seat now with you for years, defending the policies of the immediate past governor, my boss, Dr. Onyebuchi. I remember you asked me a series of questions, and I answered those questions with clarity of spirit. At the moment, Dr. Alex Otti is the governor of Abia State. Dr. Onyebuchi has served his time and has given Abia his best. I have absolutely no regret working with him. I thank him for the platform he provided for me that enabled me to exhibit the passion I have for Abia State. But he also has completed his constitutionally allowed 2 tenures. He is never returning as governor anymore. But the state must continue. And we will recall that when we left office, I metamorphosed from Chief Press Secretary to the governor to spokesman to the former governor. And for 2 years, I operated in that capacity. I remember I spoke to you too on a number of issues when the current government raised issues against the former governor. I did that with the same passion that I've always exhibited in all my assignments. 2 years down the line. And let me say this. Since we left office, I have been on ground. I live in Aba. I practice law in Aba. I am from Aba. So I have not left. When I speak from practical experience. When I say things from what I see every day. I leave my house, I go to court in different parts of the state, I interact with people, I see things. And I have seen intentional governance. Mr. C, when I say these things, I mean them. Because I did not believe that a day like this will come. Considering my peculiar history, my peculiar political history, and the circumstances surrounding my political involvement, I never knew that a day like this will come. But in life, nothing is cast in stone, not even life itself. Nothing is permanent. Life itself is not permanent. And the time comes in life when a man speaks the truth to himself. A time comes in life when a man begins to do a deep personal introspection. I have been here. When we left office, I made up my mind to transmute to the opposition. And I started. You are a witness. I know I spoke to you on a number of times on issues affecting governance. I was looking forward to Dr. Otti's administration telling, faltering, so that you know the job of the opposition. When the government fails, the opposition will make a meal out of it. But the more I waited, the more things got better. The more I waited, the more traffic improved. Dr. Okezi did quite a number of projects in Abia State. Roads in Aba where I live, a lot of roads he did. Now, because governance is a continuum, Dr. Oti has taken the level a much higher. And let me say this. The only way a state, a nation, a people can develop is when there is incremental and, if we like, geometric progress in all facets of development. One of the challenges we have had in this part of the world, in this part of the country, in our state, has been the challenge of sustainable infrastructural development. Incremental additions to our infrastructural stock. Now, I have seen that happen. I have seen a continuation. I have seen an improvement in infrastructural stock. Mr. C, if you come into Aba today, you will notice something different. There is this calmness in town. There is this higher level of environmental awareness. There is a very high level of environmental cleanliness. Waste management has improved, and it improved seamlessly. You drive around town and you see something different. Now, key road projects are being executed quietly. The one that drove me crazy was Port Road. I went to Port Road and I was completely blown away. So, like I said, a time comes in life when a man must sit down, ask himself questions, and, of course, take certain decisions. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, playing opposition, a party that wants to play opposition must have a very high level of internal cohesion. The party members must exhibit that high level of patriotism, high level of conduct, high level of commitment to the ideals of the party. I didn't see that. Mr. Fu, you know my history. I'm not the regular politician. I consider myself a professional in politics. If you may say, an accidental politician. I expected the party to brace up. I expected that those who have benefited from the party over the years to give back to the party now that the party has gone into the opposition. But what did I see? What I call an unprecedented human resources hemorrhage. The exodus was unbelievable. People were living in groups. They are still living after today. More will live by tomorrow. So, and I don't work for the party. I've never been a party of official. So, I was in a limbo emotionally. On the one hand, I saw the party, struggling with internal contradictions. On the other hand, I saw a governor delivering on the dividends of democracy for the people. And I chose to align with what is best for our people, which is to decide to align with progress, decide to align with sustainable development, and the will of our people.
I mean, the former governor, Okeze Pazu, did he approve of your movement to the Labour Party and indeed to Dr. Alex Oti? Did he?
Well, Mr. C, I am a full-fledged man. I am old enough to make decisions for myself. I resigned my appointment as company secretary, legal advisor at Samsung Heavy Industries Nigeria Limited in 2016 to come back. A lot of people think that I came from one motor park to join government. No. When I took that decision, it was a very big problem. First, from my heart, my wife did not agree because we were good, we were living well, living a good life in Lagos. But that same fire of patriotism, that same fire of love for fatherland, made me to resign. I took that decision on my own. So, Dr. Ibazu does not need to approve. What I need to do is to, give him the courtesy of informing him, not seeking for permission. I am old enough to take decisions for myself. I've been married for 19 years now, so I am not a little child.
But then again, what would your response be to those who see this move as a betrayal of your former principal? Yes, you have also come out to say how cherished you enjoyed the relationship you shared, both as CPS and spokesperson subsequently. And there are those who have even said, hey, yes, you cited that your job as spokesperson to the former governor was pro bono. But did this in any way influence your decision to move as well?
No. Let me say this for the records. Dr. Ibazu is a man I cherish. And he's a man I will cherish for the rest of my life. He's a good man, a kind man, calm, humble man, who treated me with a lot of love and care. I would never, ever disparage Dr. Ibazu for anything. I would never do that. Now, those who this is betrayal, they are entitled to their opinion. You know, the beauty of democracy is that people have their say. In my post on Facebook, I said I have chosen to elevate sustainable development of our people beyond any other consideration. I have chosen to be part of a team that is rewriting or that is elevating development in our people. So the word betrayal, a lot of people have also said that yes, I did this for personal reasons. Of course, it's for personal reasons. Because I am a human being. Everything has to be personal. The question is, what are the personal interests that are pushing me? The answer is very simple. My personal interest is in the good of Abia. And I have seen. Okay, let us look at it this way. Dr. Ibazu has completed his 8 years. He's not running for elections again. I had thought to abandon him if I was a man who was moved by frivolities. I would have abandoned him in 2019 when I ran for the primaries of the People's Democratic Party for the House of Representatives. It's a story I don't like to tell, but those people know what happened. I got offered from a lot of places to come. I said no. My boss is standing for re-election. I cannot abandon him at this time because of my own personal interest. And I stuck with him and we passed that election and worked. Now, Dr. Ibazu is not a candidate in any election. He certainly will not run for governor again. I even went ahead to say that, assuming he wants to run for Senate, which is what is likely to be what he will run for again, if he will represent the good people of Abia. I am not from Abia South. I am from Abia Central. So, I have a right to the pursuit of my own dreams, my own aspirations, my own vision, and one of my biggest aspirations is to be part of a structure of a well-coordinated public service that delivers the good to our people. It is my right to make my choice. So the issue of betrayal does not arise at all. The people is not standing for any election, is not contesting any election, and I keep praying, and I will continue to pray. Even this morning, I pray for God to open new avenues of service for Him to serve our country. There are grapevine stories of His imminent appointment of an ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. My prayer is that appointment goes through. But Ibazu will be a fantastic ambassador. He is a natural diplomat, and when that appointment comes, he will give a good account of himself on behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So there is no betrayal. I simply wish to make what I consider the best move in this circumstance.
Now, but yes, no betrayal, you have said. Indeed, I also read your post, which you said there's nothing. You have also reiterated that here that's going to make you cast the former governor in any bad light whatsoever. I mean, you were the chief press secretary to Pazu when he served as governor. You also served as his spokesperson. You're now with Dr. Alex Oti, the governor of Abia State and the Labour Party.
Yes.
Picture a scenario where you are appointed, say, the Commissioner for Information or Chief Press Secretary, as it were, or any position in the media team where, I mean, aspersions are cast on the former administration of Okezi Pazu, where you would want to define as conflict of interest. Where will your interest lie?
This is a situation, I thought about this thing. The truth is that I am going to apply the highest level of emotional intelligence. If I criticize Ibazo's administration, I am criticizing myself. And that is why in my discussions with Governor Alex, one of the things we agreed was that there was a need to adopt a strategic change in our narrative. For now, the focus is on what Alex Oti is doing as governor, and not what Ibazu did not do as governor. And the narrative that I would have is to focus on the visions of Dr. Alex Oti, to focus on the things he has done, and focus on the things he will do. Try to provide a roadmap, a developmental roadmap of the Alex Oti vision. I am not coming to dwell on what happened in the past. The people of Abia State answered that question in the 2024 election when they made their choice. So I do not think, and this is true, I do not think that we will achieve anything both as an administration, as a government, and as a people if we continue to talk about what happened in the past. Dr. Okezi Ibazu was not the first governor of Abia State. Abia State was not created in 2015. He has played his part just like other governors have. Other governors played theirs. For now, it is forward movement. And this is the narrative I intend to grab. Governance will continue.
Yeah, there are those who might argue that, hey, you need to know your history to be able to have a direction on where you're going. We've had instances where the current administration have punctured the work of the past. I mean, not too long ago, the issue of the new government house, how that the former administration did not serve it completed. I mean, if you're in such a position where, of course, you need to say something about the past administration for maybe an act of omission or commission, would you decline?
When we get to that bridge, we cross it. One thing you must know, Mr. T, about me is that I am a man of tremendous courage. When the time comes, when we get to that bridge, we will cross it. But I can assure you that I will apply a lot of emotional intelligence in managing this situation. I stand by my position that I will not disparage the people. I will not do it.
Would you rather resign than do that?
Well, life is not about black and white. There are many colors in the rainbow. The colors you have is not a yes or no thing. when situations come, I have spoken with Dr. Aleko, and I have seen the kind of the way his mind works. I sat down with him for 4 hours and we spoke. And I could see through him. And I could see that his major preoccupation is how to develop the state and not how to regurgitate what happened in the past. When there is need to do a rehash, take a look at what happened, it will be done. But it will be done in the most emotionally intelligent way. So when we get to that bridge, we will cross it. For now, I am just less than 48 hours. You see, Mr. C,
yes.
One thing I have noticed is that since my declaration of support and alignment with Dr. Alex, it's as if I've been there for all the while. This is just my second day. I've not even received the party card.
Oh, really?
People have defected from PDP to other parties, but this is my own. It's causing a lot of wahala. People are even you now. You are even beginning to extrapolate about appointments and this and that. I don't know.
Were there conversations along that line that maybe you come work in the media team, or is it about your decision?
I am a media person, and the X factor. I am a lawyer. You are my colleague, Mr. C. You are a lawyer. You are in the media. I am not just a lawyer, but a very good one, an award-winning, best graduating student of law, with very solid credentials. My credentials, both in practice and in the corporate sector, are there, shining like a million stars. But my X factor is in the media, is in communication. And what has made me, giving me a voice, is not my qualification as a lawyer, but my involvement in communication and media matters. So naturally, if I'm given a choice, I will choose to remain in the media. I like it. I like being in the media. I like communicating. I like giving out information.
How has your defection been received by the current media team? I mean, and aren't you worried that it's going to fray some nerves within
the current media team?
Oh yes, of the governor.
Oh, okay. Well, fortunately, the nucleus of the media team is made up of people that have had relationships with that predate politics. Let me start from the chief press secretary, Okoha. Okoha and I have been friends from university. When nobody knew that politics would ever come. Okoha is my friend, is my brother. For years, Ferdinand, the world knows, is my friend. Ferdinand and I have a fantastic personal relationship. Even while we were on opposing sides, firing each other, we were mindful of our personal relationship and we safeguarded it. The SSA to the governor, I think, on public affairs, the very joker, the one from Obinga, we were friends. I have eaten in his house. Very close friend of mine. The only people I do not have personal relationship with in the media team is the Commissioner for Information. I have met him once or twice, and even while I was firing from all cylinders, and we greeted very warmly. Then the both of us never met at all. But I believe there will be the camaraderie will continue, and because the objective is not about us. The objective is to help form a formidable team that will market the visions of Dr. Alex. And I can tell you, with these guys there, and my humble self-commitment is going to be an impregnable defense.
I mean, by Onyebuchi Ememanka, I'll be going on a break now, but it will be interesting. Maybe a question might be put forward. That, yes, you mentioned firing from all cylinders when you were on the other side, and now you're on this side. How do you intend to navigate I mean, you were one very strong critic of this administration, and now you're here.
Yes.
How do you navigate it?
A good marksman knows when to shoot and when to pause. That is what makes a good marksman does not fire his gun. Even when you see a game to fire, at times you don't fire. The point I'm trying to make is that it is an intricate situation, but I will manage it. We will be constantly interacting, and you will see how I will do it.
I know sometimes you might be forced to eat some of your words you churned out in time past.
Well, like I told you, nothing is cast in stone. There is no reason why you will insist on a particular position, even when evidence shows that position is no longer tenable. That is why, even in court, that is why we have courts of appeal. If you are not satisfied with the judgment of a high court, you go on appeal. And there are instances where the superior court upholds the decision of the lower court. So no position is cast in stone in life. If you take a position right now and you find out that this your position is no longer tenable, I'll give you a practical example. Everybody who knows me knows that I am a lover of apples. I eat it a lot. It's actually my best food. And I've eaten it for years.
I know too.
But sometime last year, I developed health problems. I went to the hospital and I was warned to reduce my carbohydrate intake. And if I do not, in fact, I actually developed diabetes. And as I speak to you now, I still eat apple, but very sparingly. I never knew I would need it. So if you take a position based on circumstances as they were available to you at that time, based on the information you had at that time, and along the line, you discover that your positions are no longer sustainable, the reasonable thing to do is to adjust.
Okay.
You have to adjust. You don't have to castigate the old position you took, because you took the based on the world is evolving. If you had a black and white television, those big ones that had that look like cupboard, and you love that television so much, are you going to say because I spent my money to buy it, you can no longer buy color television? I mean, you can't imagine yourself going into a house now and see that old television.
Okay.
So that is how life is.
All right. Onyebuchi Ememanka is a guest this morning on Open Parliament, live on Family Love 99.9 FM. We're taking a break here for some commercials. When we return, I mean, you left the People's Democratic Party, cited exodus of party stakeholders who have moved to other parties. We also know the issues bordering the Labour Party, the leadership crisis that have rocked the party for a couple of months now. And permutations about, would the governor stay? Is he moving to the APC? Is he going to the Zenith Labour Party? Would you move if the governor decides to move? And then your movement to the Labour Party, does it have anything to do with your move to contest the Federal House yet again, just like you did in 2019? I would answer those questions on the other side. Open Parliament, Family Love, 99.9 FM. My name is Mr. C. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN radio/television community today and stay connected to what matters most.
This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide. ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, your world, your channel. ABN TV. This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide. ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, your world, your channel. ABN TV.
Onyebuchi Ememanka. Shortly, we're going to the phone lines to have your reactions. But before that, we still have my guest right here. I mean, I did ask earlier some of the reasons you cited for moving from the People's Democratic Party is the lack of reorganization following their loss in 2023. And I mean, we also have a house, one would say, divided against itself in the Labour Party. What would you do? What would your decision be should the governor, Alex Soto, decides to leave the Labour Party? Would you move with him?
Okay. If Dr. Alex Soto was in Kowa Party and be doing the kind of things I have seen he was doing, I would have gone to Kowa Party. So it's not about that for me.
So which means if he moves, you move?
That's very simple. I moved to Labour Party because Dr. Alex Soto is there. So it's not about party at all. You know how the party system in Nigeria, in the Nigerian political environment, is in a state of perpetual flux. There is a very thin line dividing parties. In Nigerian politics, party politics is not driven by ideology. A party is just a vehicle that takes you to the destination, which is to get into public office. So if Dr. Otu moves, I move too. But that is not the issue. The issue is the while discussing with Dr. Otu, I asked him this question: what is happening in the Labour Party? Why are we having this crisis? And he told me something. You are a lawyer, and I know you are a brilliant lawyer. I will send you a copy of the Supreme Court judgment, the last Supreme Court judgment, which had been previously misinterpreted. You go and read it. I don't want to tell you anything. Go and read it as a lawyer and let me know what you think. And there and then, he sent the document to me, a 47-page document. And I have read, and I sat down, I have read that document. And I want to tell you that that document, clinically, that's judgment of the Supreme Court, clinically, and in no uncertain terms, removed Mr. Julius Aburo, Mr. Julius Aburo as chairman of the Labour Party. I can tell you that for me. I intend to speak on this particular issue more as the days go by. I intend to write about them because I have in my possession a copy of the judgment of the Supreme Court, which is the final court in Nigeria. A lot of people who discuss that judgment have not even read it. That you know, we have this poor reading culture here. People speak on issues they know nothing about.
Well, it will be interesting. It will be interesting to, in one of these days, have you take up that issue, because the argument would be, hey, I mean, in what breath the court cannot say, party, you guys should go and put your house in order, and then another breath say, hey, this is the person we are.
You see, if you check, 98% of those who talk about that judgment have not even seen the judgment. They have not read it. I hadn't read the judgment Sunday night. I had to stay up all night, read it page by page, line by line. And I have seen the position of the Supreme Court. people were saying that the Supreme Court caused a confusion. They did not. The Supreme Court gave a direct position on Aburo's position as chairman of National Chairman of the Labour Party. And like I said, I intend to speak on it. I intend to write about it in the days ahead.
Yeah.
And I will make copious references. I will quote the Supreme Court verbatim in some of these interventions I will make.
Trust me, we'll be keeping our fingers crossed to have that.
I know, I know you will not allow me to rest.
We'll be keeping our fingers crossed.
So these are things I intend to do to help clear the air. You know, when a lawyer is discussing judgment of court, it's always a different kettle of fish from when another person is doing it.
Sure.
So I can tell you that there is no way INEC will read that judgment, their legal department, and give it any other interpretation apart from the fact that the Supreme Court removed Mr. Julius Abu as chairman.
Okay.
So my view, or what I observe about Dr. Ochi's position in the Labour Party, is that the party has been recovered, and I completely agree with you based on what the Supreme Court said.
Okay.
So there is no question for now about his leaving. But even if he chooses to leave, so say I will follow him.
All right. I mean, quickly, the government house has been in the news. I mean, lately, leading to the Honorable Commissioner for Information stating the government's position to, convert the new government house to a 5-star hotel. Conversations surrounding, was it completed? Was it properly done? In fact, the governor went on one of his media rounds to describe the previous administration, in fact, Governor Ikpeazu, of committing fraud for not completing that project. What do you have to say? I'm sure you've gone around that project, didn't you?
See, this is my second day as a member of the Labour Party, and I will not allow you to box me into a corner. You know I am old in this business. I will not allow you to box me into a corner.
I mean, as someone who has been in the know, I mean, I've been saying first.
Allow me to sit down first. Standing. Like I told you, I have not even received the card of the Labour membership card of the Labour Party.
This has nothing to do with. This has nothing to do with being a card member. You are an Abian. You serve the past administration. You have gone through the building. Not everyone has got the privilege. So what can you tell us from what you've seen, from what you saw?
You see, Mr. P, every government has a right to determine its direction. Every government has a right to determine the direction it wants to go. And these are things I intend to discuss with Dr. Ochi going forward. You know, these things, government is a going concern. I've not sat down with two officers of the government. These are things I want to understand. There may be information not available to me. When I get these pieces of information, I'll be able to weave them together and respond appropriately to this question. I think this question is premature. I'm not an officer of the legislative government yet. I've not been given any position. I don't even have.
Is it about position?
No.
You have an opinion.
You are asking me the question. You are asking me the question as if I am an officer of the administration, and I say no. I am not.
Okay, no. I can tell you that I'm asking you the question as one who served the previous government and as one who has been around, who has gone around the said building, and who should be in the know.
The administration of Dr. Onyebuchi Ememanka built a government house and handed over that government house. Now, how the present administration perceives that government house is an entirely different kettle of fish. Okay? The building is there. Everybody can see the building. Now, when we talk about the interiors and whether the standards of the interiors or the surroundings, for instance, one of the issues they have raised is about issue of security. In their view, they believe that the environment is not fit enough. It is their opinion. And like I said, the government in power today has the prerogative of interpreting situations, projects, the way it suits them. So that is why I said, I have told you that the administration of Dr. Okezie completed that government house, and handed it over. Now, when you hand over a project, the person you have handed over to reserves the right to also do his own review, the way it suits him. So, until I sit down with the current government that I have joined now, and will do a review of the situation.
Okay.
I cannot give a categorical answer, and I cannot speak for the OT administration at the moment.
Okay. Well, Open Parliament, Family Love 99.9 FM. Let's get to the phone lines. 1 minute if you come through. 0816-111-5955 or 0907-103-6625. 1 minute if you come through. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sir.
Good morning to you.
My name is Chief Chino Dobula. They call me Yoruba.
Welcome.
My man.
Mr. C. You know, when you see is very, very intelligent man.
Yes.
Because the people they answer me, he use technical the answer me. You know, he gave me a way to talk. He just go see our governor Lesotho. Then discuss. You know, this 1 hour or 2 hours. The governor give him the judgment of Abuja, Supreme Court judgment. You read that. Now you ask them about the government house. He said no go talk that one. Where in there? See, let me tell you. The government where he talk. Still no make am. Where he join level. Where he join Alesso to know the level. Tell na the thing where he see even Port Harcourt road. That means this governor is doing well. And he was part of the people of Okezie Itazo. One important part of in the stay bomber to bomber with Okezie Itazo anywhere where they go.
Okay.
And that's Port Harcourt road. They start up. They abandon us. Why you not advise the governor to finish that road? Okay, if you know advise the governor, why you not resign?
All right. Thank you. Your position is noted. Yoruba would have him respond. We have another call here. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, the guest in the house, Mr. Ememanka.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Yoyi. I'm calling from Surimoya in Umoya's house. I really want to appreciate your guest. He's a very smart, courageous, and funny politician, though he said he did not often come. So, with all due respect, one thing I like about him is that he don't believe in criticism. He don't criticize the previous administration, which you are an insider. But I want to say this to you that it's very funny that he said that one of the things that drives you to join this administration is simply because of the fast growing and the development and the deliverance of democratic dividends to Abia. Sir, with due respect, I want to ask you this question. As an insider during the former administration, can you hear me, Mr. C?
Go ahead. Yes, we can.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
As an insider, okay, as an insider in the previous administration, what exactly can you outline that that makes you a part of that administration that you like so much? Simply because you said that you are not here to speak for Alexoti administration for now because you've not gotten any portfolio. And are you just telling us that the reason why you joined the Labour Party is simply because the Alexoti administration, you're expecting anything good as a kind of personal interest, or because you want to deliver the deal? Hello.
All right.
Or you want to deliver the dividend of democracy to India, unlike the previous administration. Thank you. I have a wonderful.
Thank you very much. We hope to have time enough to have this. We have another call. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. C. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Okay, my name is Barrister Emeka. Calling from Enugu.
Welcome.
I greet your guest, Barrister Ememanka.
Well done, brother.
Yeah, well done, man. Okay, I've been listening to your discussion with Barrister Ememanka. Very interesting. And most especially, I want to say that the discussion, the resignation of Ememanka and joining Alex Oti, to me, is apt. Very, very, very apt. He took a right decision. Because I know he has already, as he told us here, that the principal is not coming to aspire for becoming the governor any longer. So that I mean, takes the other issue, takes it the other way. So the decision he took, I think, is very, very, very correct for him as a young man who still have many years ahead of him. Right. So let him join the success train and see how we can develop Abia.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, Sir Onyebuchi Ememanka, your reactions to some of the callers.
Yes, you know, very
fiery.
Very fiery and apparently needlessly, you know. He asked me, I'm trying even hard to weave what he said into a proper question so that I can respond.
If you could do that in 30 seconds, yes.
He asked if I advised my principal and that I have never denied being part of OKG Service Abuses. I was the chief press secretary. And what is the job of a chief press secretary? The job of a chief press secretary is to speak for your principal. If I want to advise my principal, will I come to Umuahia Stadium to advise him? I had discussions with Alex Oti, governor of Abia State, and we discussed. There are discussions that are confidential. When you rub minds with your boss, you know, I have worked in very organized environment. I have worked in a multinational, so I understand how these things work. So, like I said, I have never extricated myself from the Italy. I was part of it. And I have said it, that I do not regret working with the Italy. But that the state must move forward. Because Italy is not returning as governor anymore. He has completed his time, and we need to move forward as a state. And let me say this. The Italy administration delivered projects in Aba, in Umuahia. A lot of projects were also delivered. A lot of projects were also delivered. So, government is a continuous business. For instance, the roads, if these roads are not done, it will be difficult to do this for purpose road. So, government is a continuum. Ibazo has done his own and has done away. Now, OT has taken over. And like I said, my attraction is that I have seen sustainability in the development agenda of the present government.
All right.
He met Abia at point A, and he is taking it to a different point.
Okay, quickly.
And that is what government is all about.
Yes, because of time, Sir Onyebuchi Ememanka, the other caller did ask personal interest. Is it about personal interest? Is that the reason? If you can, in one line.
I don't know what you mean by personal interest. I have answered that question. But I have a personal interest in the development of Abia State. I love this state. I love my town, Aba. Any person, any administration, any government that will fix Aba first, and then other parts of Abia State, will always have my support.
All right.
I have this emotional attachment to Aba, my home. So once I see, that was why one of the things that attracted me to join the Aba administration was the vision he had for Aba, which he started implementing and did the much he could. Now, Oti is here now, and he is also working. Everybody is seeing it.
Okay.
Take it or leave it. The conclusion of Port Harcourt is a sucker punch. Ask anybody in this town.
All right. Well,
delivering Port Harcourt at that level, at that quality, bringing Julius Vega. Somebody told me yesterday that Port Harcourt is the second road Julius Vega has done in the entire South since he came into this country in 1976. That the first was a road from, I think, Okibo to Ishiago, the area of the former Senate president. So it takes a lot of political will to bring Julius Vega to come and work on the project.
All right, so Onyebuchi Ememanka, we've got to go. We got to go. I was going to ask you if you're going into contest in 2027 House of Reps. If that's going to be a yes or a no, fine. Otherwise,
We'll allow me to sit down.
we'll be glad to have.
Yesterday, some persons, I had a rumor that my plan, the reason why I came to Labour Party is to contest for Osisioma South State constituency election. And I wonder where this ones are coming from. Now you have also brought in House of Reps. Why don't you ask me to contest for president? Am I not good enough to be president?
Well, sir, Onyebuchi Ememanka, we've got to leave it here. We really appreciate your time on the program this morning.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Well, former Chief Press Secretary to former Governor Keze Pazu has been a guest. Barrister Onyebuchi Ememanka, thanks so much for being a part of the program. Your calls and your listeners. We'll do it again tomorrow, the Thursday edition. My name is Mr. C. Next is the newsroom for the news at 10. Stay with us.
This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide. ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, your world, your channel. ABN TV. This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide. ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, your world, your channel. ABN TV.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained and connected with the latest news, music and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN Radio/Television community today and stay